We are all guilty of buying things that we regret from time to time. A crazy pair of shoes, a huge clock for the house that doesn't fit anywhere. But it probably won't shock you that most people are wasting their money every month, and it's keeping them broke. What's more crazy is that it's become normalized and accepted because most of their friends and colleagues are doing the exact same thing. So here are 16 things that are a complete waste of your money, and my challenge is for you to stop them today. And for added value, I've added a 17th at the end, but it's just for the ladies. Okay, let's get started. A car above your means. Most people have a car loan payment every single month, and of course they resign themselves to paying that little bit extra for that nice SUV or the more expensive car. It seems people have two main reasons for this. One, they feel they deserve the upgrade after all the long hours they do each week, and two, they feel they can utilize it at the weekends as a toy. The thing is, we rarely get time off to go glamping, and those big plans to go off in an expensive car at the weekend often get sidelined. Get a cheap car that will get you to work and home again. Try to give the car loan a miss and get a car that fits your needs, not your wants. It's killing your finances and can eventually lead to adding stress to your lives. It's simply not worth it. Anything from the convenience store. We've all been there, run out of milk, run out of eggs, bread for the morning, maybe even toilet roll. Late night we hit the convenience store and often walk out with 3 to 5 items we didn't even know we needed. Or even worse, going there 3 to 4 times a week. The thing is, we know it's overpriced, and we know the store layout is designed to get more money out of your pocket. Avoid the temptation by buying in bulk, be more prepared, and having a list of needs to get from a regular store. On occasion, it's okay, it's there when you need it in an emergency. But limit your usage and don't spend double for things you can get in a normal store. Interest charges on your credit card. The benefits of using a credit card range from building up your credit score to getting insurance on your products and everything in between. But all of these are undone if you pay late payment charges and interest on outstanding balances. The interest charged on balances carried over to the next month are often extortionate, ranging between 18 and 30%, and sometimes even higher. You should never pay these late fees or these interest charges at any point. If you're not sure you can pay the credit card bill next month, simply don't use it. After all, with great spending power comes great responsibility, and you must take that seriously. Perhaps you can use cash or debit until you feel confident using a credit card. And if you're doing that already, give yourself a big pat on the back. You are being responsible and you're headed in the right direction. Checking account fees and charges. Your monthly bank charges will add up every single month, like that posh coffee. And after a few short months, you would have given away a sizable amount of cash. Checking account fees, overdraft fees, ATM fees. Most high street banks have a fee for everything. Now I'm sure we've all had our checking account go overdrawn by a few dollars at some point. The last time it happened to me, it cost me $29. Put a stop to this legalized robbery by maintaining a minimum balance in your account, or better still, change your account. There are plenty of online banks that give you great accounts with no fees. Also, read those boring bank fee updates we get from time to time. You can be sure if anything changes, it will be in the bank's favor and not yours. We call those sneaky charges. They're the worst. Peak travel costs. Traveling on your vacation during peak times is sometimes unavoidable, like summer holidays if the kids are out of school. Do you notice how flights and hotels get more expensive every year as soon as the kids are out? It's simply supply and demand. They know the kids are out and they adjust their prices accordingly. Now, anybody with kids at school will tell you that booking ahead will save you some money. But if you have no kids and you haven't done so already, you must book around these times and avoid them. Booking a trip to Florida or the UK in off-peak times can save you hundreds, even thousands of dollars. And that money can be perfect for spending money. Or better still, invest it for next year's vacation. So plan and book ahead, make the savings and capitalize. Expensive gifts. Now most of us love buying gifts for people and putting lots of thought and care into them. Often they can cost lots of money, and I feel we're almost programmed to believe that the most extravagant and expensive gift is the most meaningful. I myself fell into this trap many times and would often spend hundreds, maybe even thousands on a gift at Christmas or birthday times. Now we no longer do this, and it's not for a lack of money. We focus on what our friends and family would love to get from us. This could be a day trip to spend time together, or a fun day out helping on a project at their house. Being a bit creative and adding a bit of fun can actually get a far better gift at a fraction of the cost. Now we still buy gifts, but we spend much less. And we also know the difference between an appreciated gift and an expensive one. And everybody is much more happier. A home above your means. Now this is a lifestyle trap that most middle class people find themselves in at some point, including myself. Put simply, it's too much house and not enough salary. Now I say not enough, because I believe your housing cost should not cost more than 30% of your income. If it does, then other aspects of your life will have to pay for that balance, or you'll have to earn more. And that's the trap. You work far more hours to pay for a house you spend no time in. You are house poor. Lifestyle inflation has set in and it will conspire against you. You're left with no disposable income, no funds to invest or save for the future, and possibly your credit will be mounting. It's not a good financial position to be in, and if it deteriorates, the stress can affect your physical health too. Live below your means. Every financial advisor out there will tell you the same thing. Lottery tickets or gambling habits. This is a no-brainer. You are literally taking an asset and risk losing it on chance. And quite often this is done over and over again until your assets are drained. Now, I don't play the lottery, but if you do, no doubt you know the approximate chances. Here in Canada, it's about 14 million to 1. If you're lucky enough to live in the States, it's 300 million to 1. Give or take a million. So I say, why waste your time and your asset of money? Now, playing the lottery may seem like a bit of fun, but for most people it's a weekly flutter. And instead of the lottery, you could be putting that money away growing for you for later in life. And for some, it can lead to gambling, and that has much bigger stakes. Gambling changes your mindset, and it can change your life for you and your family, and not in a way those flashy casino commercials show you. In my view, lottery tickets and certainly gambling is simply not worth it. Eating out food and drinks. Now, eating out for breakfast and lunch is not something I do anymore. When I sat down to work out the cost, I was shocked, and it motivated me to stop and do food prep. Now, we'll still go out for a meal on occasion, but we're much more aware of all the costs that will inflate the bill. Alcohol and soft drinks are very overpriced, and the kids would often order an expensive smoothie, then feel too full up to eat the meal. I'm sure you've been there. Now, for starters, we'd order bread and oil. It's always delicious, and quite often it comes with the meal. We just don't need to spend hundreds of dollars a meal for you to enjoy yourself and have some good food. Weekly takeout. Now, I've touched on eating out with the family at a meal and being a bit more savvy to the costs. Now, it's not just these birthday nights out, but it's how many times a month we actually eat out. This could be lunch Monday to Friday, or even an afternoon smoothie to give that extra boost. Many people eat out far too often, and a lot of the time it's this junk food designed to fill a hole. Lunch out, a few smoothies or posh coffees a month, 2 to 5 nights out, throw some alcohol, it's all ending up on your credit card, and it's working against your healthy diet. Go have fun and enjoy yourself, but if it's having a detrimental effect to your finances or even your health, you must address it. As any parent will tell you, excessive anything is usually a bad thing. Subscription fees. I'm sure you've noticed, but we all seem to be signed up to a whole bunch of sub fees on our credit card. It can be a wide range of services: TV and cable, groceries, digital products, movie theatres, home delivery companies, the gym, and so on. Now, companies do this to help their monthly earnings and to grow their businesses. If you're getting good value for money for those subs and you use their services to the full, fantastic. But if you audit your credit card and you find some subs on there you don't get value from, cancel them or change them. Now, I can almost guarantee you're going to save some money here, because life is constantly changing and getting busier. And if you're like me, you're probably going to find a couple of subs you've even forgotten about. Cancel them and get your money. Excessive cheeky snacks. I'm sure you've noticed, but the cost of cookies, chips and other snacks is skyrocketing. And not only are they getting more expensive, but their packaging is getting smaller. So we're actually getting hit in the pocket twice. I'm insulted. So one way around it is don't buy the brand names, get the no-name brands. Let's face it, there's not much difference between the two, except double the cost. Another way, even more simpler, is buy less. Less treats is excellent for your wallet and your waistline. High-end, high-tech. Now, I'm a self-confessed BlackBerry lover. I'm pretty sure I've got the last one in North America. But I also have a happy household of normal people that have an iPhone, an iPad, Apple TV, and so on. Now, most homes seem to have these. After all, Apple is the biggest company on the planet, at least until Nvidia takes over again. And the Apple products are good. If my BlackBerry was a car, it would probably be a Malibu. Old, but lasts forever. However, an iPhone would undoubtedly be a Porsche or a Lamborghini. But here's my issue. Not only have they become a status symbol, the latest phone you have to line up for, but they have to be consistently upgraded. New cables, more storage, new apps that won't work on older models. There is a very good reason why Apple has the biggest stockpile of cash in the history of the planet. You all keep giving them euros. Just don't leave yourself broke by an Apple. It is just a phone. Storage units. So here in North America, it seems to be a big thing to house all your excess belongings in a storage unit. Certainly where we live in Toronto, there seems to be a new storage unit going up every other month. Now, as someone who originally comes from London, UK, I found this astounding. The houses here in North America, compared to England, are huge, and they have massive basements, which most houses in the UK do not have. So why are people paying hundreds of dollars a month to store excess belongings? If you're doing this, is this a case that you have too much stuff? Can you have a purge? As an observer, it seems that people need to have a bigger house or they need to have less stuff. And I would argue get rid of the storage unit and put those funds to good use. Financial advisor. Now, I did do a video recently that catalogued our experiences with financial advisors. I will leave a link below. Go watch it, it's an awesome video. Suffice to say, the experience was an eye-opener and a real shocker. I had no idea how much we would pay a financial advisor who's managing our portfolio over time. It would start as a small percentage, but like compound interest, over time it would grow. So as your portfolio grows over time, so does the fees you'd be paying to the advisor. So think long and hard and do some solid research before you hire an advisor. My argument is that there is enough information and wisdom out there that even a complete novice like myself at 47 can get ahead and make a good start. And in just my third year investing, I am very confident in our portfolios and we're making double-digit returns. High fashion clothes and shoes. We all like to look nice, but it often comes with a high price tag. Good quality clothes are a great investment and they will provide you with years of return if they're looked after properly. The problem starts is when you start buying expensive things on a regular basis. We feel we work hard, we want to feel successful, and we want that reflected in how we look. We are worth it, and we care how people perceive us. Now, this is a consumer trap that I know all too well, and I got out of 3 years ago. Now in my day-to-day, I dress down. I look normal. I look like this every single day. Now I will buy myself something nice every now and again when I've hit a goal and I've earned it. But it's not too often, and I'm fine with that. I don't need to show off wealth, and I certainly don't need to pretend to be wealthy by wearing things I can't afford. Okay, for good value, here's a bonus 17, and it's one I think people don't think about very often. This one's for the ladies, and it's designer handbags. I am shocked how much these things cost, and they're often quite small and very awkward to use. Now I understand it's a fashion statement, and to a lot of women, they're very attractive to have. But in some homes I've been in, there is a collection of them, and they all look really expensive. So if we're being sensible and frugal in our thinking, maybe we can extend that to handbags and not buy so many. Perhaps they could be a goal to earn after you hit a major milestone. After all, as a self-confessed retired sneakerhead, I understand the allure and how hard it is to break the habit. But I did break the habit, and you can too. So there you have my 16 things that we are wasting our money on, plus a bonus 17 that I may have crossed the line on. So how many have you managed to let go? And are there others that have saved you even more money? Thank you so much for watching today, I appreciate you. But before you go, I have another video here about other necessities that are wasting your money. I think you'll enjoy it, and perhaps it can help you save even more.